Oh my God, you guys, Colleen Ballinger is in some deep. Today we're going to be talking about everything that's been going on with Colleen, which if you guys have not heard about it, don't worry, I'm going to fill you in. I'm also going to link the videos down below that I think are very important to watch if you are interested, because I'm going to be showing you guys some clips from them. First and foremost, please go support the people who are sharing this and opening up about what happened to them, because I know that it's extremely hard to do, especially with somebody who has as big of a following on their platform as she does. And the last time that this person tried to come out about what happened to them, they were attacked and they stopped posting content. So I'm doing this video because I am extremely passionate about the well-being of children on my channel, and it's something that I feel very deeply about, and you guys know this. If you watch my videos, you know. If you don't, hi, hello, I feel very passionate about the well-being of children over here on this channel. And I'm not entirely sure how old Colleen Ballinger is, but I believe she's in her 30s, and guess what? So am I. And coming from one 30-something-year-old woman to another, the stuff that I heard that she is accused of is so messed up. First and foremost, there is absolutely nothing good that can come from adults having a group chat with minors or private messaging with them on regular basis, using them for venting and using them to like go out into the social media world and defend you on your behalf, to get other people on your side, like using these kids to do what she wants them to do. We're gonna first talk about Adam, who made a video 3 years ago talking about his experience with Colleen Ballinger. Now, I need all of you to really look at these pictures of Colleen as Miranda sings with this child. Looking at these photos really puts into perspective how young he is. I cannot imagine being a woman in my 30s looking at this child and wanting to communicate with him in the manner that she did. Colleen has come out in the past and she has said that, of course, she talks to her minor fans, she talks to her adult fans too. There's nothing wrong with responding to somebody that is a fan of you and being kind to them. The level of engagement that she had with this little boy, this little child, is so uncomfortable for me. So when you guys hear this story, I want you to see this child. It was April 28th, 2020, when Adam McIntyre posted a video on his YouTube channel titled Colleen Ballinger, Stop Lying.
I ran a fan page on Instagram that I created in 2014 and a fan page on Twitter that I created in 2013, which I dedicated all of my time to. It was just me supporting the Ballinger family.
And apparently at the time that he did this video, he had to turn his comments off, people were attacking him, and then she posted like a 12-minute video about it and just kind of manipulated the situation.
It absolutely breaks my heart to see people saying negative things about me interacting with my fans based on this situation. I love talking to my fans. I love interacting with my fans. My fans are many different ages. So yes, there are some teenagers, but there's also adults. And I have definitely overshared with fans when they have asked me what's wrong or asked me how I'm feeling or try to console me when I'm feeling down. I definitely have overshared in the past with them and talked with them a little too much when I should have kept things to myself or talked to family or close friends instead. Oh, I should have never sent a fan underwear. How stupid am I? No, I definitely should have never given him access to my Twitter account. And no, I shouldn't have talked to him as often as I did. But I am not a monster.
And now we're hearing 3 years later that at that time, she was going behind the scenes and private messaging other fans to get them to post things on her behalf and defend her in this situation, knowing that it is a minor she was sending these people after.
Now, I believe the reason that she DM'd me was so I would make this video. I would make a video that would defend her. I had a parasocial relationship with her. I was gonna say whatever I could to make her think I was on her side because I wanted her to like me. I'm just being honest. That's what it was. The red flags were literally waving at my face and I was just like, la-di-da-di-da, like not even paying attention to them. She's just like,
I'm trying to do my best to respect his family's wishes and to protect him, as am I.
So she's saying here that she's respecting my family's wishes and respecting me because I'm a child and not talking shit about me or not making a video about me. And here she is manically messaging people to get them to do it instead of her.
But in her video, she tried to act as if, you know, she didn't really want to talk about it because she didn't want anybody to go after this minor.
And a lot of you wanted me to address it, and I didn't. I didn't address it not because I was just ignoring it and hoping it would go away, but because when this person messaged me letting me know they were upset, I responded immediately. I was very shocked and confused. I expressed I didn't know what they were talking about, and I also expressed frustration that they were trying to bring my son's name into their drama. Then I received a message from this person's mother asking me to not speak his name. So I was trying to respect the mother's wishes and the parents' wishes of this 17-year-old. But it has gotten to a point where there are so many rumors and lies and speculations going around, I feel like I need to address it. I do have receipts proving the things that I'm about to tell you. However, I feel uncomfortable sharing them because he is a minor.
If you're so aware that it's a minor that you're talking to, that you need to say that in your video, then you should have been aware you shouldn't have been talking to him like this to begin with. Now we're going to get into the context of this situation and why these videos were posted to begin with, because you're probably a little bit confused just like I was. In order to tell that, we got to go to the very beginning, and we're going to start where there was a group chat called the Weenies that Colleen had started that had minors in it. One of those minors was Adam McIntyre, who was between the ages of 13 and 14 years old. So there are apparently a lot of people that were in this group chat that are now adults that are looking at it and they're like, wow, this is actually really messed up. I will tell you this, I am fully convinced that if a man was saying and doing the things that Colleen was doing, he would have been canceled. And I'm gonna tell you guys this right now. This is not the way a 30-something-year-old adult woman or man should talk to a teenager. This is weird behavior. This is not normal. And if you are a teenager and you have somebody that's in their 30s talking to you like this, I'm here to tell you, this is not normal. I mean, there are group texts where she's in a group with people. She knows they are underaged. She knows that they are. And she's asking them things like, are you a virgin? What's your favorite sex position? She asked him that when he was 15 years old.
Ah, duh. He was a child. He's not even the only child that she was talking to. She was literally in DMs talking to children about sex. Here's one. Are you a virgin? This.
Okay, so I never thought these messages would get out, but that was to me. And I wrote in the group chat and said, I'm doing a YouTube Q&A and I need questions. I'm doing questions for your Q&A when my friends would be like, you know, what's your opinion on Mariah's new song or something? So she goes, are you a virgin?
If you're in the Colleen Ballinger fandom, you know
like 15.
about this group chat. She's also asking.
And she asked me what my favorite sex position is. Now, if that doesn't validate any of the stories that she would be talking openly about her sex with her ex-husband to me, then I don't know what will. Or speaking about, you know, sex with her, you know, boyfriend at the time whenever she was on her Hawaii trip, I don't know what will. That literally in a group chat of a lot of people, she was asking me questions about my sex life at 15. These messages were not even leaked by me. Someone in that group chat started leaking all of this stuff because someone else in this chat knew that this was wrong.
And then at one point he says that his ass looked so good and she said, send pictures. Can you imagine if that was a man? Can you imagine if a man said that? Like, I really need to reiterate here that this is a group chat where a ton of her fans are saying all of these things and she's not responding to any of that. But when Adam, the kid she's been talking to, says that his ass looks good, she asks for pictures. And then there's other ones where she's just randomly popping in to ask these minors in her chat when they started their periods, and the things that she says in there is so gross and so inappropriate. I'm sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, okay, you got Miranda Stings, you got your tours, you got your multiple YouTube channels. I think she has 3. That is a busy woman right there, okay? How does somebody have time to then sit there and have a group chat with minors, where in this group chat they would apparently bully her other fans and make make fun of them. Like, people who were in the chat are now coming out and saying, I'm guilty of it. I would make fun of her other fans with her. She would make fun of you. So Adam said that he thought that Colleen was his friend from ages 14 to 17 years old.
After 2016, during a live stream that I'll discuss later, me and Colleen started talking on a more personal level, and by 2017 we were good friends. This slowly turned into me getting private details about her divorce. Around this time though was whenever my parents started getting a little bit more cautious and were wondering why a 30-year-old was talking to, at this time, a 13-year-old about her divorce.
She was talking to Adam very inappropriately. Apparently she was talking to him about a divorce. She was opening up to him and trauma dumping on him things that you shouldn't be talking to 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kid about. Sharing things with him that you should be talking to your adult friends about.
I've been told so much private information about the divorce. This information was always really hard to hear and digest as a 13 to 14-year-old. It affected me back then, and I'm not gonna lie. And it affected me way more than it should have. It just made me really confused.
Bad for his girlfriend. Sorry, I feel so bad for his girlfriend. He released an entire album about his ex, and he has a girlfriend. That's literally so mean. So Josh released an album, and Colleen's now telling me that that album was about Colleen, even though Josh had a new relationship. People didn't believe me that she talked about her divorce in the group chats. Here on Colleen's Weenies, she says, being screamed at every day for hours and being told you're a piece of shit is not love or making a marriage a priority. Just want to throw that out there.
Reading these messages are so weird for me because this is a woman that's like in her 30s, but she's talking to like a 13, 14, 15-year-old child. And when you listen to how she speaks, she sounds like she's the same age as him. Like she's talking to like a really good friend about her relationship or ex-boyfriend problems. But no, like this was an adult woman in these conversations. This is weird. Like that's a lot to put on a teenager, all of this adult stuff. It's not their business. And I'm sitting there thinking like, how as an adult would you feel comfortable or want to sit there and talk to a kid about your personal life adult problems? It's weird. So she would have Adam go to gossip websites for her, and he would basically like look to see what people were saying about her.
Our relationship slowly turned into me always being asked to go find drama for her. At the time, I saw this as harmless, and I was just really excited that my favorite person in the entire world wanted to talk to me. And in 2016 to 2018, I was always asked to follow along gossip sites. I was very much so made to follow along with that and then feed back that information and what they were talking about. Now keep in mind I was only 14 at this time. So then I was getting targeted on these gossip sites. Once my parents saw all this, they asked me to distance myself from Colleen and all the Ballinger family. So it was at this point that I stopped really giving that much information or as much as I did to Colleen, but I would always be baited and dragged along again. I try not to be upset with myself because I was 13 to 15 during this time. I'm still really young now, I'm only 17, but looking back, it's hard to not get like, fix yourself. You know, stop engaging in that. You're being used.
She would also do this really weird thing. She would say something that he really wanted to hear or something that would get him really excited, but then her next thing that she'd say seemed like she wanted something out of him. Like, for instance, she would talk about meeting up with him, but then she'd be like, wait, you like my ex-boyfriend's new song? Or she would get him excited about meeting up with her and then ask him to go find tea.
So basically, she wants to hang out before the show. So here is her doing something that I'm gonna get excited about. I get to hang out with my favorite person in the entire world before the show. Oh my god, everyone else is gonna be out at meet and greet. I'm gonna be backstage. She immediately follows it up with, You Like Broken, which was one of Josh's songs on the album. I tweeted on my Twitter, oh my god, I actually enjoy this song, LOL, what have I become? And then, so I'm obviously gonna be like, no, I was joking. She sends Phillips home. Basically, she's implying that he's stolen the song, right? And I go, girl, I'm trolling. It's okay if you like the song because it's not his song. He steals tracks from famous songs. I'm just saying. And I'm like, no, I'm troll tweeting.
Like, this is a grown woman who is trying to sway the opinion of a teenager, somebody who she has an inappropriate relationship with. Like, why does she care what he likes or doesn't like? Like, her in his DMs trying to get him not to like a song from her ex. There was apparently this live stream that Colleen was doing with Corey where he was wearing her lingerie over his outfit. I guess they were folding laundry or something, I don't know, but he was wearing it over his outfit, which I found to be weird anyway because she knows she has a lot of really young fans. So he's wearing her bra and underwear on the live stream, and then they start saying that they're gonna send it to Adam. She even makes a joke about how, like, what's your mom gonna think getting this? And then when he met her at a meet and greet, she apologized to him for forgetting to bring her lingerie to him. And then she ends up mailing it to him, of which his mom finds it and is like, what in the world is this? And confiscates it.
In 2016, Colleen and Corey were doing a live stream and they stumbled across my Twitter account. They found my tweets really funny, and this was the day before we officially started really talking. They found my Twitter so funny that they said they needed to send me bra and panties that Corey was wearing during the live stream. Now, looking back at that, I'm still a minor. I'm still 17, but looking back on that, I just... And also, minutes later, they made fun of how my parents would react to the fact of, like, two 30-year-olds sending me bra and panties, lingerie, to name it properly, on this live stream. So again, looking back as a 17-year-old, I'm just really disgusted at the situation, confused, honestly. They went on my Twitter because they thought it was funny, and then they said they had to send me the bra and panties. Here are some clips from that live stream.
You are such a fashion icon and tweeted the ugliest picture of me. This is honestly the worst outfit. He's so rude. What made you order these ugly clothes? Those clothes are nasty. He's so rude. Oh my god, he's so sassy. Your Twitter account is making me laugh so much. Oh my god, that makes me laugh. I want to send him something. Do you want the bra, Adam?
Do you want the bra and panties? Tweet right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, Adam, let me know what you want. He's in Ireland. Hi, Adam. I love you. Okay. I'm sending him something. Okay, maybe he'll want the panties. Although then his parents will be like, you're not allowed to watch who is sending you panties. He'd be like, Mom, don't worry. I watched a boy wear them online first.
Walked up, and whenever I was hugging her, she said, I'm so sorry I didn't bring your lingerie. Yeah, because in her live stream, she said she wanted to send me her lingerie. I'm not lying, she did. Trust me. She hugged me and we were talking, and she was like, I'm so sorry I didn't bring your lingerie. My parents were right behind me, so thanks for that, Colleen.
So I did get sent the lingerie, and immediately whenever it arrived, my parents were furious. They were so angry, and they took it away. And I didn't know if they still had it, and I asked my mom, did she have it? Because she knew I was making this video. So she was looking all morning, but she did find it. This was what I was sent. I don't even know, sorry, I don't know which way this goes. And then, I hate touching it. Then, these. I don't know which way they go, but these as well. So that was a big warning sign, but because I was so young, I didn't take it.
And I'm sitting there thinking, what is funny about that? Like, was that some sort of joke? Because I can assure you, never in any capacity would I ever even think, hey, it would be really funny to send this 16, 17-year-old, actually maybe he was 15 at the time. Either way, a minor, my underwear, my lingerie specifically, not even my granny panties, but my see-through lingerie, the undergarments that are designed to look sexy. I'm gonna send that to this kid. When Colleen did her apology video, or more so the video where she was just addressing everything that she was getting heat for 3 years ago, she showed a clip from her live stream where it made it sound like, not that it would have mattered because he was still a minor, but it made it sound like in the clip that she showed that Adam asked first for the bra and panty. That is the only clip that she included, but if you see the full clip, you can see that she's actually the first person to mention it. So in her original video addressing everything, she tried to manipulate the situation to make herself look better.
Did that boy win these or not?
I don't know. He has to tell me what he wants.
What do you say? Is he being mean?
He said, hi, you have ugly clothes, but I want those ratchet panties and bras signed by Corey because he modeled them well. You laugh. I want to send him something. Do you want the bra, Adam?
Do you want the bra and panties? Tweet right now.
I'm sending him something. Okay, maybe he'll want the panties. Although then his parents will be like, you're not allowed to watch who is sending you panties.
This
Even
YouTuber's-
mom, don't worry. I watched a boy wear them online first.
Now we have to get into the situation where she was talking to Adam about how she wanted to meet up with him. I encourage you guys to go watch his video. I know that it's really long, but it's definitely worth it. He gives all of the details and it's very thorough on this entire situation. This was one of those times where she'd be like, hey, we're gonna meet up, but then she would want him to go like do something for her. But I found it to be really weird that she was inviting a child to go hang out with her. This entire thing feels so weird and inappropriate because it's not her with this adult online friend that she wants to go meet. Like, he was a literal kid and she's talking to him about going to a wax museum and they're basically gonna hang out like the entire day before her show. He's just a child, so of course he's really excited, not realizing, wow, this is really weird. She's in her 30s and wants to hang out with me, a kid. Not only did she invite him to spend the day with her, but then last minute she changed the plans. His parents drove for hours so that he could see her. Got really weird when he said that his parents were going to be there, as if she was uncomfortable with the fact that his parents were coming, which if you're not doing anything inappropriate or weird, why do you have an issue with that? Why do you have an issue with this minor being dropped off by his parents? And then she's like, we have to leave in 10 or 15 minutes before he even gets there after they drove hours to see her. And then she leaves him stranded.
There you're literally seeing an example of where she's telling me to tell her everything that they're saying. This is what she used me for. She would love bomb me, make me feel like I had a friend, pretend to care about me, and I would just have to do all of her dirty work for her. And I open up to her about the bakery, and I go, oh, but I'm saying too much now. And she goes, no, you're not. You've said nothing. So try again. I just gave you boiling hot tea and you gave me nothing. Come on, queen. So what I told her wasn't good enough, so she tells me, what the hell, I just gave you something really good. Give me more. I bring the conversation to the wax museum, which was whenever she was gonna come to Dublin, we were gonna hang out at the wax museum and then go to somewhere else and then go to dinner. The day before the show, so I'm peak excited that I'm gonna hang out with her tomorrow, right? I'm gonna go to the wax museum, we're gonna take pictures, we're gonna vlog, we're gonna whatever, right? On the day before, so I'm peak excited. I said, when did you get to Ireland? And she said, this afternoon, then we're gonna be drinking beer. I say that someone in the fandom, Fern, was showing me a video of her doing the water challenge, where they drink water and the other person makes you laugh and you spit it on them during her show, and I was like, I would love to do it. Or she goes, want to do it? And I go, oh my god, sure. And she goes, you'll get soaking wet. And I go, I'm always wet. 15, by the way, I think I said this. She goes, true. 8th of June, I'm on my way to Dublin. 4-hour drive from Derry. My parents are driving me, my mom and dad. She goes, I haven't eaten today. Is it cool if we just get lunch instead of the wax museum, or would you be gutted? I'm literally gonna eat my foot. And I go, oh, well, where do you want to meet? And she goes, we're staying right next to the wax museum. Just any pub around here, I don't know. Wait, no. Meet us at Bunsen. It's a burger place right next to my hotel. So before I even get to Dublin, she goes for lunch that I'm supposedly meeting her at, right? She goes, I'll get you a burger and I'll get a table. I go, my parents hate me so much because my parents were driving me. Because the worst thing for Colleen is for my parents to be there because she can't talk to me inappropriately. Let me order you one, I'm a mess. So before the time I'd even gotten there, they're eating. Then she goes, Jesus, where are you? Literally right after that is now complaining that I'm not getting there on time. I don't know Dublin, I'm stressed out, me and my mom don't know where, me and my mom and dad don't know where we're going. I sent you the address. I don't know Dublin. She goes, where are you? Your lunch is here. I'm on my way. Oh my god, y'all are gonna be done. I'm sorry. And she goes, yeah, we are. LOL. I have to leave in 10 to 15. But you can walk with me to my hotel. Don't sweat through your cute camel pants. And then I go, I'm outside, right? And now I want to show these messages that I send to that my friend sent me today of us talking about Colleen getting my mom to pick me up again. So I texted her, and my mom, by the way, arrived within 1 to 2 minutes because she was on the street watching. Yeah, she just left and I was like, oh my god, I don't have service. It's on and off. My parents are in the hotel now. My dad was, my mom wasn't. How am I gonna get to Vicar Street, which was the venue, without being able to text them? What should I do? So I'm stressing out now. I feel that my parents are not there. I feel that Colleen has left me. I feel like I'm abandoned in a city I do not know. Thankfully, my mom was there. And she was like, shit, I'm late, and left about Colleen. I'm gonna cry, this is horrible, I'm lost. I found my parents, so basically there's your proof that my mom was literally on the street. There was a couple minutes where I was like, oh my god, Colleen has now left me stranded in Dublin. Like, on my own. I'm like 15 years old and she's left me stranded here. Like, she cancelled on plans. Eric's outside the entire time smoking. I sit with her, she's sitting on her phone like this the entire time, pissed off at me, and then whenever I start opening up to her about talking about how excited I am for the show and also start talking about drama, she goes, can we get the bill? She was like, we need to walk out now. We're late for sign check. I get 5 minutes with her.
She's a mom. Like, she was a mom at this point. And so I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, how would you feel if somebody was doing that with your child when he was older? That's weird. And if you think that that's going too far to bring up your kid, well, then that's my point exactly. Like, if you think don't bring him up in that was somebody else's kid. So she's having him do all this stuff for her, and she's finally like, hey, you know what? I don't want you to have to do all this stuff for me for free. I want to basically hire you as an intern. And she gives him her Miranda Sings social media password so that he can get on there, talk as if he is Miranda Sings to her fans.
So since 2017, Colleen had been coming to me for video ideas, tweet ideas, Instagram ideas, anything for the Miranda Sings character.
I'm gonna pause this right here just to say that means that she was having him work for her for free for years. She was taking his tweet ideas, his pictures that he was editing for her, and I've actually seen people say on social media that for a while he was basically Miranda Sings because she would go to him to get all of her inspiration, and not even just inspiration, she would take the pictures that he made and the things that he suggested she say word for word verbatim. She would take those things and post them. But I think it's really important to make note of the power dynamic here because he was a kid. He probably didn't realize that he was giving away free labor to Colleen, but she was fully aware of that. Like, the stuff that he was putting together for her and that she was posting, that is something that you can get paid for in the social media world. Like, he was working hourly for her for free, and she knew that, and she allowed that to continue for years before she finally offered to pay him for the stuff that he was giving her. Tell me you're taking advantage of a child without telling me that you're taking advantage of a child.
It wasn't Colleen's idea, and nor was it her editing the things. It was me. It was me doing it, and she took all the credit for it. I never once got credit for it. I never once got paid for it. I never once got the job that I was promised I was gonna get.
And whenever we talked about how Miranda wasn't really doing well anymore, she messaged me and then said, well, help me. I presented her with about 15 different tweet ideas. So then came a tweet about Miranda Sings coming out as a Meghan Trainor fan, which she was initially confused about. And she says, I don't know what you're saying about Meghan. So then I explained it again, and Colleen was fully gonna go ahead posting it herself, as you can see here. So I helped give her the photos and the concept, and she said, when should I do that? Should I do that today or tomorrow before I post the video? And I said, what are you waiting for, today? And she says, okay, cool. Showing that she had every single intention to post this tweet on her own behalf. She messaged me and said, I have a present for you today. I've never done this with anyone, but I'm trusting you. And then she proceeded to tell me about how she was planning on making me her social media intern. Now, I'm considering you my social media intern, but if things go well, we can talk about me hiring you part-time for an hourly rate. So then I got into the account and she basically just sent me a message saying go crazy. So what I had to do was tweet, respond to fans, talk to fans, basically just get hype about Miranda again. So I spent my entire day and night talking to fans on the Miranda Sings account.
And initially she was like, oh my gosh, I don't want my fans to find out that like you're talking to them as if you're me. I don't want them to be mad at me. Like, she was already feeling like, I don't know if this is the best thing to do, but she went ahead and did it anyway. Gave this minor her password.
OMG, they would be so sad if they knew it wasn't me though. Thank you for doing this. I'm so grateful, but I'm nervous they will know it's not me responding to them. That would backfire terribly. They'd be so mad, I'm stressed. But I'm happy they're all living for it. Do you feel like a secret agent spy? Like talking to them and shit? Is 11-year-old Adam living tweeting for Miranda right now? So Colleen was living for the account and she was happy with what I was doing and she didn't hide that.
The fact that she had a close enough relationship with this kid to give him her password is astounding to me. Like, you know that they had to be having some deep conversations for her to feel like she could trust this kid with her social media account. He's sending her the tweets and stuff that he's gonna post. She tells him that she loves all the things that he's gonna post, but then he posts something that gets people mad at her, saying that she's queer baiting.
She sent me a screenshot from someone on Twitter and she said, uh-oh, am I gonna get in trouble? Be careful. I don't want to be in a scandal and have to apologize. Please, please, please be careful. People are very sensitive these days. This is one of the main reasons it's hard to do Miranda now. People have a hard time understanding satire and jokes, especially with sensitive subjects. I'm so glad everything is doing well, even though you have the password. I need to approve everything before you post it just to avoid problems. Now keep in mind with proof here, she had seen everything that I was going to tweet and had tweeted on the account. So then I was like super confused. The next morning and day were really rough for me. She sent me a message saying, I'm getting an overwhelming amount of hate for the coming out stuff. I don't know what to do. It's all anyone is talking about. I'm really upset. I would never post something like that, and now everyone thinks I'm homophobic. So right now she's seemingly taken back all opinions of me, of my tweet ideas, of my input on the account. For her saying thank you for everything you did. It was magical. I'm so happy. The fans. Now it's, I would never tweet stuff like that. My fans think I'm homophobic. I can't believe this. This stage, I had enough, and my parents had enough, and I sent the following message. I've logged out and this situation will die down. So 3 or 4 weeks passed and I heard nothing.
Whenever he posted that, she flipped. Like, she turned her stance on it, and suddenly you got everybody mad at me. Like, I need you to send everything to me for approval from now on, even though he literally did. She made him feel horrible for what he did. He wrote this apology and she ghosted him. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, girl, if you gave a minor your password to something that is your job, to get on there to talk as if he's Miranda Sings, which is a huge character that everybody knows about. You really trusted him enough to do that. And then the second somebody's mad at you for it, you completely throw him under the bus and ignore him and treat him like garbage for it. That is so dirty to me and weird. Behind the scenes, Colleen was messaging people, including Corey, about how Adam had a goal to take her down, and that this was apparently his master plan, was to get her social media password and to post something to make her look bad.
She threw me under the bus behind the scenes, saying that I was trying to take her down because of this tweet, and she has now gotten me to reiterate this tweet 3 times and has now said, when should I post it? So when everything goes wrong, and I was made to feel crazy and made to feel like I set her up, and she was in group chats with Corey saying that that was my end goal and that was my end plan and stuff, and then no one's believing me.
Come on, let's be real here. If somebody wanted to take her down, they would have posted way worse stuff and done way worse things. But apparently all night long, he was talking to fans. He was posting things that people thought were funny. There was just one tweet that he posted that upset people, that she had approved, that she knew he was going to post, that she had him reiterate multiple times what it was. She knew about it. But whenever she looked bad, she decided, hey, I'm going to throw this kid under the bus. This kid that I've been talking to inappropriately for 4 years, that I know really well enough that I gave my password. I've been taking all of his content ideas for free, but now that people are upset, I'm gonna say that he was out to get me and he had bad intentions this whole time. For 4 years, this kid had bad intentions and wanted to take her down. If you go and you watch his video, he shows a lot of messages between the two of them. And in them, you can see that he's doing nothing but trying to help her. Nothing but trying to support her and help her with this Miranda Sings character. This adult in her 30s took advantage of a minor for years and years and years. And then when she was getting flack for something, instead of defending him, she threw him under the bus to make herself look better and tried to make everybody on the internet think that he was out to destroy her, and in turn did whatever she could to destroy him on the internet. Like, this is a child. The fact that she was even communicating with him the way that she was is so inappropriate. You make a bad decision, which was giving a minor your password to post as you, then you make him feel like the lowest of low for doing that. I cannot imagine treating a child that way. It doesn't even make any sense to me. Like, I was sitting there trying to think, like, what could she have possibly been thinking? And I can't think of it. She knew it was wrong, or she wouldn't have got in her video and said, I didn't even want to make this because he's a minor. She knew deep down she was doing something wrong if she went full on damage control, but then she took no accountability for it. Did no apology, no trying to make things right with Adam, no trying to make things right with his mom. She had every opportunity to make things right, to apologize. She chose not to. That's a problem. And anytime stuff like this happens with adults where they're behaving like this with kids, I'm like, did you not think about how they're gonna grow up and one day they're gonna be the 30-something-year-old? And sometimes when you grow up and you're the 30-something-year-old, you see other adults for what they were and you're like, why were they behaving like that around me? I've definitely had situations like that where as an adult, I look at how somebody was with me when they were older than even I am now, when I was 16 years old, and I'm like, what kind of sick individual has to behave like that with a 16-year-old? It's not normal. Like, adults hang out with other adults, you know. And her friend Corey, like, there's this voice memo that he had posted in the group chat with all these kids, literally saying, I'm an adult and you're children, but like, basically, this is how I feel with you. I feel like I didn't give enough context here, so this is a voiceover of me just popping in to say that Corey, if you're unaware, is Colleen's best friend, and he's the one that was wearing the bra and underwear in the live stream. He also has a group chat called Corey's Clit. And in this group chat, there are minors, and he is aware of this. He threatened them in this group chat that he was going to block them if they posted screenshots from things that had been said in there. And then when all of this started coming out on Twitter, he deleted his Twitter. So this is a voice memo that he sent to the group chat, knowing there are minors in there. He acknowledges it in this voice memo. This is creepy weird to me. This is an adult.
Hey everyone, it's Corey. I just wanted to record a voice memo because I have like a lot to say, but first of all, I just want to say that like I love all of you. Like, you all honestly mean so much to me.
Oh my god.
You have no idea. I know that it sounds weird because I'm a full-grown adult and some of you are younger.
Oh my god.
And blah blah blah. Like, I honestly think of all of you like as my best friends. Like, I don't have friends.
Oh,
and
God.
I'm a loner and I'm a loser. Like, my only friend is Colleen.
Oh my god.
And like, it's so comforting to like go online and talk to you guys and feel like loved and cared about, because I love and care about all of you. And I trust you, and like, I like, with all my friends, I vent to you, and when I'm angry, and I feel better, and I feel comforted by you all, and I hope that I can do the same for you.
This isn't normal, you guys. When you are an adult, you should not be talking to them like this. This is somebody's children, okay? This is somebody's kids. This is so beyond inappropriate on a level I can't even begin to describe it to you. This is not a way to behave. I would be fuming and going to see a lawyer if there was some adult talking to my child the way that she was talking to those kids in the group chat. It's disgusting. But everybody needs to remember that this is a child that went through these things with an adult. At the age that he was, what he experienced was a very pivotal thing in this little boy's life. This is something he's gonna remember forever. When you watch him tell his story and what he went through, you can see in his eyes that it still affects him to this day at 20 years old. And when he's 30, when he reaches Colleen's age, I think it's gonna affect him in even a different way when he realizes, I'm the same age she was when she talked to me then. We need to have compassion for these kids that were involved in these situations with people who made them feel uncomfortable. To me, this goes beyond trying to cancel somebody. This is a story of a child who was emotionally affected by what this adult woman did to him. And then this adult woman, instead of realizing, hey, this is a child, I shouldn't be talking to him like this, or hey, this is a child, children make mistakes, she treated the situation like it was one with a grown adult man. I just think that's very, very important to mention here. I think that she has a fan base where a lot of them are very young, so a lot of people who jump to defend her right now are going to be, you know, a lot of younger people who don't realize yet that this is wrong. So I'm fully prepared that I may get some comments from people that are like, oh, what's the big deal? I really doubt that you're an adult. And if you are an adult, you probably act like this way too, because if you're an adult who has your head screwed on straight, you're gonna look at that and be like, what in the world? This is just horrendous to me. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think in the comments down below. So far, she has not said anything. I don't know if she will. I don't know what else is gonna come out, but it's gross. And it's just not a way to behave to kids. And I am so sorry to everyone who was involved in these group chats that she was being inappropriate with them. Like, I will apologize probably before she will. I'm so sorry that happened to you. That is so awful for you to like idolize somebody and to look up to them and think, wow, this person's really great and they're talking to me and they want to be friends with me. They're a kid not even realizing like, hey, this is weird. This adult is confiding with me with their personal problems, not even realizing that that's not right. I'm out of breath on this one. Like, what in the world? Hopefully there's some sort of accountability. Like, I do believe that people can grow and evolve and change, But if it was a man talking like that, would we say that? If it was a man that was sending his underwear to a child, would we be forgiving of that? If they don't take accountability, that just means they don't see that they did anything wrong. And if they don't see that they did anything wrong, that's a whole other problem. I feel like if you're an adult and you feel a better connection with underage minor children, you need to go get some therapy, because that is not normal. And I'm gonna leave it with that. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If there's any more updates and you guys want me to do a video on it, please give it a thumbs up. Definitely check out the video down below from Adam. I will link it for you guys, and I will see you guys soon for another video.